Yo, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Randi Rossario, and welcome to this week's episode of Let's Rant About It. And I'm kicking it here with the cool kids per usual. We got Poppy Chulo, my homegirl, L, my right hand, Anton, my auntie, Explicit Lyrics, and 2K. I'm just wearing and 2K, y'all. Okay, this is not a conversation that I'm looking forward to having, but let's have it. Okay, we're going to talk about the elephant in the room because we did a lot of other talking before we got here. Trump won. Now what are we going to do? How you feel?
I warned y'all.
How you feel, Mr. Winner?
Man, I warned y'all.
We know. We're giving you
warned y'all.
we're
I
giving you your
literally warned
moment.
y'all.
We're giving you your moment to say I told you so and all of that good stuff.
No, I mean, but seriously, like, everybody in America, most people in America is fed up with the identity politics. They fed up with all of the woke agendas, and they want to get back to getting to the money. Really, that's what it came back down to, is that nobody cared about reproductive rights. Nobody cared about it. Nobody cared about the fact that she was a woman. Nobody cared about any of that. What they cared about is they had a sample size of what they experienced over the last 3.5, 4 years versus what they was experiencing. Actually, I'm glad that Trump lost in 2020 because it gave us an opportunity to see what was going to happen or to really appreciate it from my perspective. And really, I don't really care about, what his personal business is. I only cared about whether or not he was going to put me in a position or he was going to represent our best interests. And so that's what you're seeing that happen in America. Most people was tired of the woke agenda, and they only cared about
Define
things.
most, because a lot of people.
Well, you want a popular vote.
No, well, I mean,
And
I was being sarcastic.
No Republican has won a popular vote in a long time.
Yeah, but I was being sarcastic because from my perspective and from my point of view, a lot of the people who I seen just was not going for a woman. They were not ready for a woman to run this country, flat out, and they would say it. Like, flat out, like, we're not ready for a woman to run this country, especially not a black woman. And one of the biggest things that was going against Kamala was the fact that people kept saying, oh, now she's black. Like, she just now started to identify as black.
She was incompetent the whole time.
Well, but you said that people
To be fair,
more so wanted to get back to get into the money. And a lot of the people who don't even have that on their mind, it was more so about the fact that she was a woman.
I don't think Kamala was incompetent. I think her campaign strategy was very much there.
But she did say something that key. It was key when they said, "Yo, what would you do different than Joe Biden?"
She
said nothing.
That's
right then and there.
That's what she thinks.
Well, I mean, but think about it for a second. Like, even her message that she thanked supporters, she looked drunk. She straight up looked drunk in the whole message.
Did she look drunk or did she look
she was
exhausted?
drunk.
She looked exhausted to me.
She was
Exactly.
drunk.
She ran a whole campaign in 100 days.
She was drunk.
But I will say this. So as somebody that got to work with the Kamala Harris campaign for this election, it was a few things that rubbed me the wrong way. It was a few things that I didn't appreciate that happened during the election cycle. And I just felt like, they really should have, I think that the election was dropped during campaigning.
Absolutely.
Focusing on having musicians at your spot, focusing on
it was a lot they dropped the ball on.
It wasn't even after she introduced her policies and it made sense and all that. I just feel like it was a circus. It was a circus of sorts.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna say it. I really didn't appreciate being invited somewhere and then literally the day of the event being hit up and said, oh well, Oprah's team said they only wanted to have a handful of people here, and then when the event happens, you see a live audience full of white folks.
That's Oprah.
I get it, but it was the Harris campaign as well, and that left a bad taste in my mouth. It left a bad taste in my mouth that it was almost, and I don't like agreeing with him. Y'all know that. I felt like it was bullying tactics trying to be put into place to force voting.
Oh, no, it worked. But that worked, though.
That definitely worked.
Yeah.
It didn't. Obviously, she's not at all.
her favor.
Who we all bullying?
No.
It worked.
I think, don't say y'all.
Well,
It worked. Listen, overwhelmingly, black people voted for Kamala Harris. No, 78% of men, 91% of women, black women and black men voted for Kamala. So it worked on y'all.
So how do you guys
But
feel about?
they didn't depend on y'all to win the election.
They didn't. How do you guys? They. I feel like they went deeper and knew that a certain classes of people were going to show up for what they wanted to do as far as agenda.
Especially losing Michigan, is that we have a huge Arab community here.
Yes.
And you were not in support of Palestine.
Yeah.
Of course not, because her husband is a Jew. But what did she think was going to happen in Michigan? We had the largest Arab population in the country.
We do. That's
But
true.
but what's crazy is I know a lot of my Arabic friends felt like it was like we all talk about, the lesser of two evils. They genuinely felt like, like she was more evil, damn near.
Because she didn't support them, and Trump said we're going to end this war, period.
But
that was what my.
But I will say though, the mayor of Dearborn speaking up and speaking out about certain things and whatnot. I do think now that a lot of people that voted for Trump, I do think they regret it. Like a lot of the people that are about to be deported.
The most searched phrase after he won was, "Can I change my vote?"
Yes. I saw that.
So listen,
Americans are stupid.
I stay
They just need somebody to lead.
Yeah, I stay in a predominant Indian neighborhood, and my neighbor Abu, he.
I didn't laugh.
No, that's his name.
I didn't laugh.
Okay, well Abu.
Something is the matter with him.
Abu and them, they didn't care. It was whoever was giving them the most money, and so that's who they was rocking with. And so in my neighborhood, the Indians meet up every day at 7 o'clock at the park. Smell like onions. But these folks,
no deodorant.
So when one do, all do. So I know for a fact they went to the polls in masses and voted for Trump.
That's the thing.
Dang, it ain't she.
I think that's. I was about to say that. That's what we missing.
And that's
we can't collectively come
y'all
together.
did come together.
No.
Y'all came together.
The population of voters who vote came together.
There you go.
There's a whole nother population of black people who don't vote.
Yeah, I have relatives
so what I'm
that
saying
don't
is
vote.
exactly.
I'm cool with
so
that.
I'm saying the people who we need to be reaching out to and pulling back and saying, "Hey, let's all get together," are the people who we miss.
Why are you cool? Why are you cool with people not voting?
I don't
Because I don't think that people that are ill informed should vote.
Okay.
Because then they just gonna vote for whoever is most popular.
Because we have
Say
been.
Beyonce, boom, they gonna go vote.
Okay,
That's
well
most of us,
let's start here.
Name
right?
recognition and popularity.
Let's start here. This ain't the same Democrat Party as in the 90s.
I agree.
Or the
So
60s.
so what y'all looking at is a extreme liberal left version, and people support it just because they used to voting Democrat.
Because your grandmama told you to.
Correct. But this ain't even remotely what y'all stood for, what even black people stood for over my lifetime.
Yeah.
Because originally the black people were Republicans.
So correct. So if this is not a reflection of what y'all really need in y'all communities, and y'all only voting because this is what we historically done, or because of identity politics, what I'm really trying to understand is, what don't y'all like about Trump? And the reason that I ask that question is because what I've seen over the last month is the whole Democrat Party is blaming each other. They continuing to throw missiles inside of the air. They continuing to incite more war. You know what I'm saying? And hypocritical, the very thing that they held Trump accountable for, and said, "Oh no, the justice system applies to all, and I won't pardon my son. I'm gonna pardon my son anyway," which is cool if he pardoned him, but you didn't have to It's cool if he pardoned him, but you don't have to volunteer a lie in order to try to make the other guy look bad.
That is the
so
worst.
my point
If he didn't
is,
say nothing, it would've been
so my point is,
I'm gonna pack my phone.
Meanwhile, back in the ranch, he's a whole 34 count felon who just got everything.
Which was-
Guess what?
Which
I know
was-
you can't get a job being a felon though.
but here's the
you could be a president.
But here's the key though.
Unfortunate.
But here's the
It's
key though.
unfortunate.
I believe that was election interference also, because the very same people that went and did that to him met with Kamala Harris at the White House prior to filing the charges. That is election interference. But see, we don't hold them accountable for that. The only thing we do is we look at the surface, because everybody was fucking with him. All of the women on The View, everybody in the black community was fucking with Trump until he ran for office. Then all of a sudden he became racist. So how was he any
Then
different?
all of a sudden, no, that didn't just
No,
happen.
that was marketed.
I think
That
he's
was
prejudiced
marketed.
for people.
It didn't happen
I
over
think
How?
he's
like,
black,
Me
white,
too.
and
How?
purple. He don't like
I'm
people
prejudiced.
poor.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I'm just
I genuinely
I don't
believe
believe that he's a racist. I think that he don't like poor.
Listen,
Old
listen.
niggas in the Crown Vic make me
He
nervous.
this was a zero sum.
You hold on. What did you just say?
4 niggas in the Crown Vic make me nervous. I'm prejudiced.
I'm right along with him.
But I mean, think about it though.
You clutch your pearls.
It's hilarious because he had zero to gain as a result of running for president.
Yeah.
So let me ask you.
No.
Wait, this is a real
The
question.
original time that he ran for president, he had
It's a power
zero to
race.
gain.
Let's
No,
take
this time,
Anton,
though.
I got
No.
a real
This time, hold on one second.
He was
Pause.
never going to jail.
I guarantee
Yeah,
he wasn't going to jail for
definitely
sure.
never going to
For
jail.
sure. But to put the icing on top of the cake to make sure we're not going to jail,
No,
let's go ahead
I
and win this
believe that
election.
he genuine. Listen,
You think he want to be president?
100%.
I think he
Every
likes the power
single
of it.
thing that he said that he was
It's the
going to do.
power.
We already looking at him like the president before he even in office. He running the country like the president. Canada meeting with him. Mexico getting their act together.
Yeah, that's
Everybody
crazy.
is making
A
adjustments
lot
and
of people
saying,
didn't line up with bro.
Jeff Bezos, everybody flying to Mar-a-Lago to go and meet with him. Hey, man, what we going to do? What we going
Right.
to do? Let's take care of
You see,
business.
even Mark Cuban had to concede.
But because he's a businessman,
Here's
he's
my
gonna run
thing.
America like a business.
So
So-
he's the president. The
Yeah.
president elect.
Nobody
So-
flew to go
my-
see Biden.
but-
Nobody.
But my point being
Well, the
is
man
that
got
okay,
dementia.
now he is getting ready to be president. Once he takes office in January, like my thing is, if I'm a person who I want to get stuff done in my state, my city, whatever, of course I'm gonna go meet with him. Of course, now we got to get on the same
That's
page.
not what's happening in
Like,
Chicago. That's not what's happening in New York.
But my question for you is about the racist thing. So you don't feel like his presence alone segregates
I
the
don't.
country as opposed to bringing us together?
I don't.
It was like
I
that
think,
before he got in
I
office.
think that the people
It
that
was-
is,
it
I
was
think that
not
the
this
people
bad.
that has done the
Wasn't
worst to the
this
black
bad. It was
community
getting
is the Democrats. I think that when you see what has happened in all of y'all schools and all of the cities that everything is deprived, it is all primarily ran by Democrats. And then they replace y'all with migrants.
Right, but what that got to do with us feeling like we coming together?
I don't go
as
by
people?
feelings. I go by the results.
Well,
But
black people.
my question to you is, do you feel like
I don't.
as a people we are more segregated than we are
I don't.
together?
I think that
That
black.
started when we segregated, when we were desegregated, period. When black people decided that we wanted to be like white folk and decided we wanted to be desegregated, that's what started the division betwing black people.
Yeah, but
Listen,
Trump being
listen.
You're always
being
trying
in a
to. You're
position to
always
please the white
perform-
man.
But what I'm
perform for
saying,
the
your
white
mom-
gays.
So your mom
Yeah.
and pop and
But
your
outside of that-
neighborhoods just failed at that point.
But you speaking from the black perspective, I'm saying the white people in this country right now feel empowered. They feel emboldened by the fact that
Let me
Trump
tell
is
you
in
the
office
difference.
right now.
Let me tell you
like
the
right now,
difference.
no, but
That's just the post, right?
It's
not-
giving
that's not
them
true.
the energy.
Let me
and the
tell you
You
the
know
courage
what I
difference.
to come
appreciate
out
about it
and-
though? Well, you want to know what I appreciate about it? What I
Right.
appreciate about when
Right.
people put stuff when they put their
They're being
feelings
racist
on
out
the
loud.
floor. I appreciate when they're racist or they say they real feelings out loud because now I know who to stay away from.
And
But y'all-
that
yeah,
is
but
the
y'all
one thing
are
I like
wrong.
about Trump is because he is who he is and he is true to himself.
I
He's
will
not
give you
hiding
that.
who he is. If that's
Listen.
anything I can say that I do like about him is that he coming
gonna be
bare.
him. Yeah.
He is who he
What
is.
I've
You're not.
experienced going to both rallies, and I went to both of them, both a Trump rally, and I went, is the people that hate you the most was the ones that was at the Kamala Harris rally. They intolerant of anybody that think different. They shame you. They'll yell at you. They damn near rip your jacket off.
Yeah, a lot of dudes
That's
had
the
to
honest
vote.
to God
They
truth.
had to vote or they
When
had
I
to
went
lose
to
their
I went to
marriage.
2 Trump rallies, and both times they was fucking with me, and they was like, oh, you know, what do you? Oh man, I can't wait to happy to be here. It was a completely different
But you didn't think
perspective.
it was like, oh, he's the token.
I was just about to
No,
say
token
that.
what?
I feel like you was the token.
Because what y'all
Like,
don't, but see, the thing
Of
that y'all don't
course they
understand
did.
is that because y'all didn't go, y'all don't realize that there was a lot of black people there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't just me. I wasn't a minor in the city.
Right, so they had-
It's
they
more
had
than
you
one
count
black
them.
person.
Did you count them by head?
No, it was a lot of black people. See, y'all don't really realize.
The rallies that I saw, it was.
It's a lot. It was a lot of black people that was there, and
Yeah.
people don't get it. And so because they never experienced it, they don't get to see what the truth is, and they think that, oh man, it's a racist situation. It's not. People, listen. When people is struggling financially, all that identity politics, all of that privilege shit, go out the window.
Yeah.
They be like, listen, man, my job is in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Man, I think I'm about to get laid off from the steel mill. It's bad out here.
Did you go
And
to
people start making adjustments.
Did you go to the rally that Trick was at?
No, I didn't go to that.
Okay. How did are you Democrat or Republican? You mind me asking?
I'm a soft conservative.
Okay, cool. How did you feel? Did it upset you when Trick was on stage
No,
for
that's
this
his
Trump rally?
prerogative. I'm not mad at who you voted for. Whatever worked for you.
Right.
If that's your belief, that's what you should do. You should vote for what you believe in,
Yeah.
not what someone tell you to do.
Yeah.
I did what I did because I wasn't comfortable with Donald Trump,
Right.
and that's why I voted for Kamala.
Okay.
I wasn't opposed to him prior, but I've never voted Republican. No,
He was smart for going after Trick. Somebody who like stapled the community. You know, staples in the
work,
community
though.
versus
It didn't
like.
work.
It didn't work in the city of Detroit
Nobody-
because, respectfully, it's
No.
it's a new wave of people that's kind of
Yeah.
running stuff or whatever. But I think that I do agree with you. I think that we get too emotional and too worked up, especially on the Democrat side when it comes to disagreeing. And I think that a lot of times that happens because we feel like our moral base is being pushed, or we're trying to be
ain't got no
pushed.
morals.
But
And
I
that's
think that
that's
people
fine.
in general are just sensitive. It don't have nothing to do
We
with
live in a
Democrat or
sensitive
Republican.
world
No,
right now.
I-
Everything is
situation.
switched.
I wanna-
Anything you
My
say
cousin's
something,
but-
somebody
Republican,
fighting.
That's
and
why I don't
he
vote.
acts how you say we act.
So
And
I
he
think
is that
I
right.
think
Yes, you
I
start talking
think-
about anything against Trump, and he act like
That's his brother.
I think what I think what I'm trying to say is I didn't like the feeling of life is over the day after the
Yeah, they
election.
gonna tell someone I'm gonna go
I
take
don't
a
need-
trip.
When
I'm
I
gonna go out
tell
the country.
you the
Got no
level
money to go out
of
the
the level of defeated energy that I felt from people, that I saw in people,
Crying.
it was
It's
like,
the
bro,
white
you're
savior complex
genuinely,
again.
you're genuinely, hold on, you're genuinely a sore loser, and you genuinely cannot figure out how to pivot and make these. Regardless of who was president, you were still going to
still
have
gotta
to
do
do
what you gotta
certain
do at your
things.
home.
Exactly.
So the
You're
fact
the
that we're
president of your
acting like
household.
the day after an election, the fact that we're acting like, oh, the world is just over. No, bro, it's time for you to hold your shoulders
That's
back, put your
because
chin up, and figure out what the fuck is about
Black
to happen.
people think that the
No.
white man's supposed to save them and come with a plan for them. What's the plan for yourself?
Please.
Now here's my thing.
Oh.
So the fact that it was such a somber situation after the election is very disheartening, to say the least, because people think the presidential election is the one that we even should give a fuck about.
That's
And
the
it's
that's
not.
the local
government.
That's your
Not
local,
local
yeah, that's
government.
total.
Come You weren't taught that.
Come out for the primary.
Yeah.
Where you at for the primary? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
actually affecting where you
like,
live.
Exactly.
we don't
Your
have
day-to-day.
these
Yeah.
big gigantic conversations at work and with the people around us until it's time to elect a president. But what about the city councilman and the senator and you know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
unfortunately, we are miseducated as Black people when it comes to your local government. You only vote for like you see the name on the ballot. I used to call my grandfather, "Hey, Papa, who's to vote for?"
that's
What
how I used to
proposal am I
do when I was
supposed to
18. 'cause
You
I
know,
wasn't
that
in
was what I did,
politics.
and so I had to
Yeah.
educate myself. So now I'm the phone call.
I just find it
Same.
ironic that people are always talking about how they need representation, but the minute that you start to get people that can speak to it on the conservative side or the Republican side, then Black people become intolerant of those type of people.
And you know what?
They don't want to talk to you.
They don't.
They don't.
They don't. But you know what though? That's one thing that I appreciate about our platform, and just like the collaborative partnership that we have, because I have been people have questioned me like, why are you working with him? He's a Republican. Why are you working with him? He talks crazy. And I just be like, you know what? I work with him, number one, because he's my mentor, and I just think I learn amazing things from him. But number two, having a voice that's represented matters.
Yes.
And whether or not you agree with this man, whether or not that you are on the same page with him
And
when
it's
it comes
educated.
to politics and whatnot, there is a subsection of the African American community that we have to represent as a Black platform that he represents, that he stands for and speaks for.
Absolutely.
So for us to pretend like, oh, well, I don't like that person, I don't like that person. You don't have to necessarily agree with us what we're saying up here, because at the end of the day, that's absolutely okay for us to all have different opinions.
Yeah.
But you have to realize that your opinion and what you think in regards to politics, relationships,
statement of
whatever,
facts.
you are not the only person that has
Absolutely.
an opinion.
So
Yes.
And it's absolutely okay for other
I
people
got
to think
burned for
differently.
saying on the last one when we talked about Kamala and Trump that because I said I don't delete people off my page because they're Trump supporters.
Yeah.
Like, that's your free right. You're free to vote for whoever you want to, and you can come against me however you would like to. We can have an educated conversation all
Right.
throughout my post. You know what I mean? It don't bother me. I'm not blocking you because you voted for Trump.
So-
like, I don't have that
So can I
complex.
speak for the
I'll
That's
block
really
you.
your
I'll block
business.
you if you
Yeah,
if you're
it's really your
disrespectful.
business.
I won't
Oh,
block
yeah, I'm not
you.
taking no
I'm not
disrespect,
blocking
though.
you. I'm not
But
blocking
if-
you because of who you voted for. But if you come
Yeah.
over to me trying to call me stupid and all
Yeah,
that stuff
yeah,
and have
yeah.
conversations
Yeah.
like that,
Then
I'm
you
not
get
with
blocked.
that.
What?
Because in real
I ain't
life,
blocking them,
as
bro.
much
I
as
gotta pin them.
as much as
My clap-
I might have, supported whatever side, my life go on regardless.
Absolutely.
So what can we do
Right.
to get the unspoken spoken for? And that'll be me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't vote. Don't care to vote. I look at politicians like liars.
Okay.
And it's y'all can say
Which they
that's
all do, yeah.
They can say that's ignorant, but it's a large group of people, Black people especially,
That
me,
feel just like you do.
Sure do.
that I don't.
But that's
I
why
don't
you're
even
here.
Bother wasting my time, and I can learn about all this, but it's historically been lies.
Yeah.
Like the 70% of politics is lies. So why is it such a big deal for me to come along and get on the party.
It's only a big deal in that instance from the Democrat side. We don't give a fuck as Republicans. Because usually when people become more informed and as they get older and they become wiser, usually they turn more conservative.
They do.
So the only people that's trying to mobilize those that's unheard and unspoken for is Democrats, because they're depending on people that are less educated or people that are less informed about what's happening
And
in
that's what they
politics.
rally
Or
towards.
I'm telling you, listen, we don't have get out the vote, mobilize people, get them to the poll.
They sure don't.
Poll campaigns. We don't do that
but
shit.
But they depended on a lot of under like
We don't.
poverty-stricken, poor class
we
white
don't.
people
I don't think
to
so.
come out and vote for them.
I mean, they chose to do.
What people don't
They didn't depend on them. That's what they chose to do.
Yeah, they chose.
What
Y'all
people
come
don't
to Florida,
understand
They
is
was
that
like,
Y'all see what
they
people
was like,
chose.
that Negro's not gonna be in charge of me.
Everyone decided to vote.
Conservatives-
Rebecca Wood decided to vote.
Yeah, but
conservatives.
it's a way to get them.
No, it's not. Listen, we don't do that.
To
Conservatives are not a monolith,
to those
right?
type of people.
You'll be surprised that a lot of people that vote Democrat are actually conservatives.
Yeah.
The Democrat Party that you see today does not represent conservative Democrats' mindset or what they want for their family and their lifestyle. That's not. Listen, nobody wants any of that bullshit that they got going on.
But that's why it's such a call for people are saying that it needs to be another party added or it needs to be some type
No,
of
it don't. Y'all,
reformation.
listen, the Democrat Party just needs to die. Just like
Is
it's
that
doing.
what-
Listen, it's y'all.
So then what? Is
y'all
it
look
just
dumb as
Republicans?
fuck.
Y'all
No,
are dumb as
because
fuck.
no.
You can't do that.
Listen,
Democrats. Let me say it.
The same can be said about Republicans, though. Like
can say what you want.
The Republicans that they were interviewing on TV and asking all the questions about, what is Trump's policies? They couldn't even answer the question. So the same can be said about a lot of the people who voted Republican.
Cool.
I mean, at this point, I don't think either side is
No.
superior than the
It's a
other.
no.
I
Y'all
think
look like
people should
sore
vote-
losers.
I think people should
I've
vote
never
in
seen-
their best
all
interest.
over the place.
I
think
have
Democrats
never
look
seen such a
all
sad
over the place.
sack of people. I've never seen a bunch of losers whining more than I've seen them whining today. I haven't. I've never seen this many losers in my life.
Because that's funny. Because when Trump lost, he recount and redo the vote, and
No.
Act like LeBron.
and he acted like a big ass.
All right, let me ask you a
And
question.
then y'all stormed the Capitol.
No,
And
check
y'all
this out.
smart asses.
Check this
Told
out.
y'all's daddy.
And
Check
then he
this out.
incited a
I'm
riot.
curious.
Y'all call HR.
No, I'm curious. Think about this for a second. Y'all really believe in your heart, and just give me an honest opinion.
Okay.
You really believe in your heart that Joe Biden during COVID got a record amount of votes, 12 million more than Obama. You believe that?
I do.
And Obama?
You believe that Joe Biden? You believe that?
Hold on. Trump swept all
Hold on.
all the swing states.
You believe? Listen to the question, because it's not whether he won or not. The question is, do you believe that Joe Biden is the most popular Democrat president in history? He had 12 million more votes than Obama.
People were
hold
upset
on.
at how
Think
Trump
about this
handled
shit.
the pandemic.
Think
So
about this shit.
Basically,
I do
the exact
believe
same,
it.
the exact
No,
same
no,
way,
no,
the
no.
exact
And
same
he
way.
an old white man.
Literally,
Yes,
the
they
exact
painted an
same
old
way
white
Trump
man.
just won this election because people were upset about how
You-
Joe Biden was running the
Handled the war.
country.
And
It's the
how
same
he handled the
thing.
war.
No,
Yes.
that's not true. First of all, people was happy to be home. That's number one. And
People were happy to be home.
They was happy to be home.
Domestic violence rates went up.
No,
Murders
listen,
went up
listen.
within
No, it didn't.
relationships.
No, it didn't.
Suicide.
No, it
People
didn't.
were depressed.
Listen, this
You
is,
are such a Trump fan. You said no, it didn't.
No,
And these are
the
statistics.
black community was celebrating being able to work from home and not having to go into work.
Everybody
That was
didn't
a
get to work
thing.
from home.
No, most people that was a theme. For most people that was a theme. Again, the question then becomes, do you really believe that 12 million more people voted for Biden than they did for Obama?
I believe it just as much as I believe Trump.
Fuck no,
Trump,
you
Trump,
know it.
Yes, yeah.
Now let me tell you
People
what I
are fed
believe.
up. When people
I-
are fed up, they come out in droves.
I
Like,
I
believe-
mean, obviously,
People
look,
are
Trump
fed
just
up.
won.
I
And he
believe
was a
that Trump
white-
won three
Man,
times.
Maybe
What-
call me Delulu.
But what did you just say? You said black people sitting and waiting for white people to come and say
I
it.
bel-
And that's
Right,
exactly what
exactly
happened
what
when Biden
happened.
ran.
Yeah,
That's
it was like
exactly what happened.
people felt like the
here
cool
comes
uncle.
Here comes the white savior.
For
Yeah.
whatever
So we gonna
reason,
get out, we
y'all
gonna go
think
vote
that it's
for
been
him.
more engagement during Biden's term amongst black people than it is in Kamala Harris' term or Obama's term, and that is a lie.
The only thing
Black people were not more engaged during Biden's run than they was in any other time in
The
history.
only
That's
thing
bullshit.
people hate more than a racist white man is an angry black woman. That's the reason why.
So now-
Kamala
A lot of
So
me
why y'all just take y'all
told
L?
me that they would not vote for
Listen,
her because she has spirit.
listen. You know why I love Trump the
Exactly.
most?
The man said that
You know what
to
I
me,
like
and
about
that
Trump
was
the
the dumbest
most?
shit I'd ever heard.
You know what I like about Trump the most? Not the policies, not immigration.
You
not
better
none
not
of that.
say he accepted
that he
him.
grabs him by the pussy.
No, I love the fact that he made history, and that he is the first president, two-term president.
So you don't have to ask. You can
No,
just
no, no,
walk
no,
up
no.
to him, grab him by the pussy.
He's the first two-term president
To be the one.
to beat women twice,
Yep.
back
I
to
love a
back,
nigga that beat a woman.
back to back. He beat both Hillary Clinton
You would be a Drake
Because,
and he beat Kamala Harris.
but you know why?
That shit
They
was
not like
hilarious.
us.
They not like us.
They don't want to see a woman run the country, be her black or white.
We don't want to.
It's
No, we
not
don't
gonna
want to
happen.
see women fuck up the country.
I want to see.
See, that's the
Why y'all
mentality.
men been fucking it up for thousands of years?
Women are way
Yeah.
more
And that's my
rational.
thing.
Men
I
are
don't know the
egotistical in
emotion.
every
That's my-
decision that they make.
That's
No.
my
We
Y'all,
went to war with
pause.
Iraq because Bush, they tried to kill
How
my
many-
dad.
How many
Pause.
presidents
He
have we
literally
had?
Chulo just said that women are too emotional to run the country.
Men are
And
extremely emotional.
Can you please deliver that fact that you just delivered about George Bush Jr. the second, whatever the hell his name is, and why we was at war real quick?
Bush
No,
took
I
us to
agree.
war with Iraq because he said they tried to kill my dad.
Well, what would you do if somebody tried to kill your daddy?
No,
You took a
that's
whole.
not.
different, though.
You went to war and killed Americans.
No, listen, that's not true. Why you went to war in Iraq?
He ain't say that though.
However,
He said it though.
However, I do think that the second Bush was the worst president in my history, in my lifetime.
Absolutely.
agree.
So I'm objective enough
Speaking of
to
incompetence,
not just vote across
and that
party
wasn't old
lines.
age.
However, listen, I believe that they literally are the party of war. That the fact that
Ah, damn.
I genuinely
You think the
believe
Democrats are the party war?
Can't be mad at that.
absolutely 100%.
We always
Can't
go
be mad at that.
And the fact of the matter is, they have no interest in when Trump was in office.
No interest in peace.
And when Trump was in office, objectively speaking, we had no new wars. We was bringing troops home, and we didn't have the same international issues that we have today.
Yeah.
Because he
Now
minds his
we in
motherfucking
so many
business.
proxy
That he
wars.
does. He minds
We
his
in
business.
war with Russia through Ukraine. We in the Israel war, Taiwan proxy
Come on now.
wars,
Now
over all
everybody
of that
trying to
shit.
talk about coming
Come
together
on,
now.
man.
They
Realistically,
happy. They happy, bro. In
one of the reasons why Americans were so fed up with Biden and Kamala Harris was because we were participating in issues when we got our own shit.
Oh
turned around.
shit! Stop cutting
No,
them
I-
heads.
That's the main reason.
I agree with you.
All,
on that.
we
We
funding
got hungry
fucking
kids in there.
migrants.
You feel
We
me?
funding wars.
Yeah.
We involved in we give 85% of all of the money that go to NATO. We doing all of this shit,
Yes.
but people was like, "Hey man, my own city fucked up."
Facts.
$750.
I agree with
Still
that.
got potholes
That's not
every-
true.
Word up.
And
Okay, so I have a question
North
for you.
Carolina, it was fucked up. They wasn't on the ground.
I have a question for you,
That was
Anton.
messed up.
So it was some things that he said that Trump said during campaigning that it seems like it's not aligning with what the truth is going to be moving forward.
He ain't in office
For
yet.
example, no, but here-
As
here
of the
we go.
recording
We
of this
talk-
video, we ain't in office yet.
Correct. However, he's already given some back and forth about it. Like I saw on one of the blogs, and correct me if I'm wrong. Get me together. I know you will. I saw on one of the blogs where he said that he's not going to be able to lower grocery prices because once
Yes,
it goes up,
he
it's
did,
up.
yeah.
But he told us that
he
he was
told us
going
that he
he was
would.
going to lower grocery
No, no,
prices.
no.
Told me eggs wasn't gonna be
But I ain't
$8.
gonna
Listen,
Anton.
it's not. And
This
listen,
was
y'all.
somebody without a
Y'all
problem.
misunderstanding the economic. No. Y'all misunderstanding the economics of what he's saying.
Okay.
Affordability has nothing to do with just the grocery prices alone.
Right.
Because the grocery stores have such a low margin of profitability.
Now we know that, but speak on the fact that he
But
made a promise he couldn't keep.
listen.
Is-
But it's affordability.
Just like my
Affordability
daddy. No,
also.
I'm
No.
We know that, but again, he played
Affordability.
Again, it was a
No,
demographic
listen,
of
you're not
people that he
hearing it.
reached by saying that.
You're not
he
hearing
knew
me.
he couldn't change grocery
You're not hearing
prices.
me. Affordability is wage growth also.
That goes back to those rural
So if
communities
you
that
make
don't know
more
that.
money
Yeah.
and you can afford it,
Yeah.
the equivalent of the grocery price
It's not
actually
gonna matter to
affected-
you.
It matter. It doesn't matter to me
Yeah,
because I'm
yeah,
rich.
It'll just do
Exactly.
yeah.
I'm different. It don't. No, it's not applicable.
It matters to me.
No, seriously, it's not applicable to me.
Ain't Trump doing good from what y'all said? Because y'all, I kept hearing.
I like 2
Project
eggs on my salad. I gotta put
2025.
one.
Oh, you don't hear shit about that no more, do you?
I kept
Yes, you
hearing-
do.
Yes, you
No, you
do.
don't.
I
Yes,
kept
you do.
hearing
It's
Project-
all in the
Yeah, y'all-
headlines
You
that
still-
80
I kept hearing Project
Hey, 2K,
2025.
2K, you
cabinet
don't
members were
vote
people
and
who
you don't
helped-
believe in God. Sit that one out, baby.
No, listen, hear me out. I I read Project 2025.
Bullshit. You read the whole thing?
Not the whole thing.
Yeah, nigga, I was gonna say kiss my ass.
But listen, that ain't what he been putting out.
He ain't put it out there to begin
What I've
with.
been hearing from Trump was, hey, listen, you go to work, overtime, tax free. I love that, and I ain't even no working.
What about the
Yeah.
pension though? That's what I need more understanding for. If you can help me with that, Anton. What did he speak about the Social Security?
He didn't say anything that he didn't ever say that he was getting rid of Social Security.
Okay,
That was never a thing.
So that's
it's
that's
another
fake
lie.
news.
The Republicans just created a bill to get rid of Social Security. So what are we talking about
okay,
here?
what's the bill?
I don't remember the bill name.
Because he's not even in office yet.
It's
They
not
can't-
him. It's not him. I'm not saying him.
They
I'm
don't
saying
control
I
all
just seen it in the headline. I just
They
read an
don't
article
control.
about it.
They don't control all legislative branches. It's impossible for them to draft a bill. And January 20th is not even here yet. That's impossible.
I'm telling you
So
right now,
they're
they have
lying.
already introduced a bill.
It's not. It's not true. Social Security is not going away.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
biggest thing that they said
It's
was
for our
the
elders.
biggest
I literally just read an
the
article.
biggest thing that they said was it's a lot of these government agencies that need to go away, and they need to fix
Yeah,
our
that's why
food.
Elon finna, lower
That's what they said. They said, listen,
Oh, our vice
all of this
president?
FBI shit that need to be pared down. All of these government waste and all of these agencies that exist that's taking all of our tax dollars that need to go away. They said we gonna audit the federal government to see where all of the money is going, all of the taxpayer money is going, and everybody gonna have to be accountable for how they spending their money. That's what they said.
And
That's why they didn't want to get him in office. There's just a lot of
And then
people
they
that's in
just
here
get rid of
finessing
Social
and
Security.
stealing money.
Can I say this? I will. Now y'all know I like y'all, but it's a couple of things that Trump has said to me that actually makes some sense in regards to the FDA and
Shout out to RFK Jr.
and he's an
Yeah.
asshole.
But he's an advocate for
but
changing our food.
no, I agree because there is
And
so
we need
much
that.
stuff that's in our foods in
100%.
America.
Killing us.
So do
That
you
should not-
So
that
do
should
you
not-
know
and
that
I-
Trump he reversed some of the processes in like our food and how we go about getting it inspected and with the FDA.
I did
and
see
all that.
the farm situation. I did
He-
know that.
He took
The
away
some of the regulations
Some of
went
the
away.
regulations.
But however,
so he took
what
away
I
some of the
do-
that's why we got all these E. coli, salmonella.
Agreed.
and
Yeah, no, it
recalls
is.
on
It's
the
it's
food
a
right
cross
now. Yes, it
contamination
is.
going
It
on
has
for
a- it
sure.
has a lot
But
going on.
what I do think. I think that the Food Administration should not be with the Drug Administration. Because at the end of the day, what happens is what y'all are doing to our food is making us need the drugs. So I do think those should be separate. And I do respectfully believe that the United States education system
too.
needs a facelift.
It does.
So them saying let's
agree with that
let's
too.
knock
I do
this down
too.
and rebuild it back up, I'm not necessarily mad at that. And I'm super not mad at them talking about giving the
Y'all might as well just say y'all
homeschool
Republicans.
the
Come on over to the winter.
I said I'm a soft
I'm
Come
conservative.
on, some come to the
No,
come
I'm
to the
so-
winter
I'm
side.
saying,
Yeah.
The
I'm
only
super-
reason that
I'm
black
super
people
not
don't
mad
want to
at-
be Republicans is they scared of what
Can I
their
tell you my
friends is gonna
last
think.
thing? Can I tell you my
Come
last
on
thing?
over to the
Can
Republicans.
I tell
It's
you my
better
last
over
thing?
here.
Hey, I'm trying to
get
tell you
money
that.
over here.
I'm trying to listen. I'm trying to tell you that. I'm trying to tell you what I liked about it. So y'all know I homeschool Chin Chin, right? I homeschool Chin Chin, and they was talking about Trump was talking about giving homeschool parents $10,000 a year. I said, Bookie, I can use that. I can use that, Bookie.
All my kids
I
come
keep
home.
all three of them at home. Give me 30.
Listen, only reason that black
Speaking
people are
from
scared to be
education,
open.
It does need a facelift. And
It
I think
does.
that it should be based
Come
on the
on
state
over.
that you're in. Because what we need in Michigan,
welcome you
it's
over
not
here.
what they need in Illinois, and
Yeah.
vice versa.
Come on over here.
I
to
agree.
The Republican
I
side.
think school.
It's better over here.
I
I'm
think
telling
schooling,
you. The water is
period,
warm.
Y'all be peeing in it.
But your leaders are racist. But your leaders are racist.
Your leaders is racist.
They are.
They are.
They're all
Look,
racist.
Look, I was like,
They are.
They're all racist. It is what
You
it
might
is.
be racist. I mean, I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
I'm saying. But when I grew up in Detroit public schools, what I seen was an all-black city that was ran all by black people, and they raped, stole, and took every single thing. They
Absolutely.
took every dollar out of the schools.
They did.
Everybody that came in there, they got rich,
It was
and
so
they
much-
absolutely
we were
ran
left
this
with
junk
no-
into the ground. So if you sitting here and telling me, because the real racists is the ones that actually deprive from your kids and put it in their own pockets while acting like they for the community.
Yeah.
I
And
don't go by what,
that'd be a lot of the liberals. Let's talk about it.
and that's what I'm saying. I don't go, listen, I don't go by
love
what
y'all.
people say. I go by what I see.
And what you know.
And what I see from Brandon Johnson as the mayor of Chicago is he robbing them people and he giving all of the money to the migrants. What I see happening over in Los Angeles is that they robbing the people. And what I see happening in New York is that they spent over $6 billion on migrants from people that came over here illegally, and they ain't do nothing for y'all.
Dang.
They removed ShotSpotter from over there in Chicago. They down 2,000 police officers, but they continuing to put money in the Planned Parenthood. So if you're going to sit here and tell me about people that's actually for your community, help me to understand, because I'm looking for results.
But again,
I don't look at what people say. A lot of people say a lot of things.
It goes back to
Democrats are not educated.
it goes back to us being able to vote in the primary. Like, why are we not voting for the people who are in our community?
Because
why we only care when the
Democrats
president
are not
comes around?
educated
That's
when
the
it
problem
comes
for
to
me.
that.
And see, that's what I
But
don't
this
like
is what
about
y'all
Trump.
said.
that's my issue.
But this is what y'all said. Y'all
And that goes
said
back to education.
y'all tried to have this conversation based off of misogyny and identity politics. That's what the conversations were. What I seen happen in Chicago, they elected Lori Lightfoot because she was the first black woman gay mayor. And then they brought in Brandon Johnson because he had a mohawk. That's what I seen. Real talk. And so what I say is, I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're black, white. I want to see the person that's actually going to do the thing that's in the best interest of the people.
Solutions.
Yeah,
And I don't care nothing about all of that. I like Mike Duggan. Mike Duggan was dope for me.
Yeah.
Because he actually cared and he actually did the thing that was in the best interest of the city.
Yeah.
There were some things that could have gone better, but overall, the city is better off as a result of him being mayor. So
Absolutely.
he was running as a Democrat at the time, but I still supported him because I thought that he was the best candidate.
I thought he ran nonpartisan.
Well, my point, he was Democrat, but
And they
he's
wrote
running
him
for
in.
governor as an independent.
He was a writer. He
He
was
was
a,
doing governor
as an independent. Correct.
yeah, but even when he the first time when he got elected to governor in the city of Detroit, he was written. No, he was written in. Remember, he wasn't even on the ballot.
But either way,
So he wasn't necessarily with the party at all. It was.
But I didn't look. I didn't
you
look
had
at
to
the
write his
fact that he
name
was a
in.
white man. Is what I'm saying.
No, I get that
Because
for sure.
historically we had black mayors and all of that for a long
And
time.
for some
Do
people,
you
they fear
remember
it didn't
that?
work. I
Do
don't.
you remember that? And they tried to have the black barber, whose name was like Mike Dungeon.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They tried to
okay.
have-
No, I
Okay.
think
They had
he,
to-
he was the write-in.
No, I think Duggan wasn't on. I think Duggan wasn't on it either.
No, the other guy
I
was the
believe
write-in.
Duggan was on the ballot.
I'll
But
bet you
but
20
either
bucks.
way, I guess my point is just that identity politics played no role in whether or not he was the best person for the job.
Agreed.
And that's what I go by.
I think he was a very good person for the job as far as Mayor Duggan being the mayor of Detroit because of the relationships that he had corporately. He already showed
Prior
us.
to.
Yeah, he showed us
Absolutely.
what he could do in corporations. He completely rebuilt DMC.
He definitely he was for the
he
people,
did
though.
his thing, and he represented us
for the
well.
people.
I will say the thing that did sit on me a little bit was the situation with the new wife. When the situation occurred with I'm gonna tell you why it bothered me. Because the same exact, one of the reasons why Kwame went to jail was
Speak.
for lying under
Speak.
oath.
With
When
his-
Kwame
about his
got
wife.
when Kwame got caught up
About
and,
that
and really got
navigator.
Speak.
it was that it was the
I mean, I
cheating thing.
didn't agree with
So,
the fact that Kwame got railroaded.
I don't agree with that either. But here, this is my issue. My issue was not that I want anybody to be in jail or punished. Duggan
Be
did the
fair.
same
Be
thing.
fair.
I don't care
Be fair.
who you busting down, dog.
Duggan
Me
did the
neither.
same. I don't either, but don't
Man,
lie to
listen.
Man
us.
parts ain't got shit to do
You
with me.
listen.
But
you can
you
lie all
lied
you
to
want
us
about
the same
your
way
wife.
Kwame
Kwame did, so be fair.
So be fair. You should be in trouble
But that
the
goes
same
back
way
to
he
y'all
was.
girl Kim.
I don't
but-
care.
Y'all girl Kim.
That they keep voting back.
Why
and
Y'all
don't-
forth.
keep voting for
Why
that
don't-
nappy head heifer.
But it's like, who is running? No, why is
Nobody
no,
runs against
why
her.
is
They scared
nobody
of her.
running against her?
They scared of you. See them big ass eyes on them
Somebody
damn face.
did run against her the time before last.
Big
and
bubble
she
eye
didn't
heifer.
win.
I'm scared of looking at her
I
picture too.
don't
Shit.
care about who you busting down
Me
in
neither.
your crib.
Me
Do
neither.
your job and make sure
That's
that
it,
you
that's
take
all.
care of
The
your
difference
business.
between Kwame and Duggan though was that they had it out for Kwame. Like,
Yes,
it was
but
so much more than
He
just
was
But
the
be clear.
hip hop
because it
mayor.
started with that navigator.
But
remember?
be clear, the situation with Duggan was damn near equally as
Kwame daddy fucked him
as
up.
he
That's
his,
another
his,
conversation.
yeah
His
that
daddy
is.
fucked him
It
up.
is a different.
It's a Duggan literally did what he did. The new wife got contracts, she got special treatment and all of that stuff. I don't care about him dicking her down. I care about the fact that
It should've been
this
fair.
black man
Did the same.
went
He
to
got
jail
railroaded.
For
and got
over 10
railroaded
years.
for a very long time for some bullshit that when the white man did it, it was like, oh.
I ain't gonna lie.
It is
I
an
just think
issue.
Kwame ain't give Kim none and she was mad. He was giving everybody else something, he didn't give her none. That's what I think.
Shout out to my dog.
Shout out to Kwame Kilpatrick. We're happy that you're free.
But that's why she act the way she
Yeah, I
acts.
think
it is. She was mad.
She needed.
Look
she
at
needs some
Kwame.
fight.
I would've wanted that.
She needs some fight.
Never mind.
Somebody go fight worthy
No,
now.
but I do think that more
It's a
black
fine
people
young man.
need to be open-minded and switching parties.
I agree with that. I'm not.
I'm never voting straight ballot.
Oh, I don't vote straight
I don't
ballot
vote
either.
straight ballot.
I don't. So that's why. So to be clear, just because I have voted for Democratic presidents in the past, don't necessarily mean I'm out here like, oh, I'm a Democrat. I don't identify with none of that shit. I vote what I want to vote for.
You should vote for your best interest. I think it's a separation tactic for us to go Democrat and Republican.
That's what I don't understand.
You should vote for whoever you feel like aligns with your morals the most.
Exactly.
You know
And
what
works
I'm
for
saying?
your pocketbook.
What you mean?
Exactly.
We supposed to be voting for the United States of America. Not-
You're supposed to vote in
not-
your own best interest, though, for your household.
That's why everybody shouldn't have a vote. Because everybody is voting for themselves when it should be only a selected few voting for the masses.
Okay, so it sounds like you want to go live in a dictatorship. Russia is hiring. You guys, thank you for watching this episode of Let's Rant About It. We'll holler at y'all next week. Think about it. Good day.
And I will holler at y'all tomorrow. What's that?
Flo.
Yeah.